was undoubtedly for me a journey into hell and back, where I learnt a colossal amount. And how else do you learn if you're not willing to take risks? How can you become a successful business unless you're willing to give it a go? Unless you take the leap, unless you trust yourself, then you're never going to learn a damn thing. That'll be the people that your bankers and accountants and people like that who need certainty, who need everything in lines, you know, this balances with that and here's the contract and all the rest of it. But it's up to us to take the risks and to learn. Because you can't not learn from anything. And when I think of leadership and when I'm coaching and mentoring people like you in business, I usually ask 3 questions, just to give you the understanding of the historical position that you find yourself in. We all now know Richard Branson and other great entrepreneurs because they got there. But when they were first beginning, they didn't realise that they were going to amount to anything in particular or be influencing lots and lots of other people and inspiring all of their investors and all of their staff and their passengers and clients. They didn't realise that. So here are 3 questions that you might like to ask yourselves for the future, because you will all have a great future. How will you be remembered? What do you want to be famous for? Because we're all famous for something. All those people that we do business with really appreciate the kind of business that we run for them. We stand for something. It's our vision that helps deliver some benefits to their business. Without us, their businesses won't work. And of course, the other question is, how long do you think you've got? Because making a difference, making a reputation, could take 1 second, 1 split decision, as I've found many times. So what can I tell you about leadership that I've learnt on my journey to hell and back? Well, one thing's for sure, leadership can't be taught. If it's being offered as a lesson, it's management rebadged at a higher price. And leadership is not about the leader. If a leader thinks it's all about them, they've missed the boat. They didn't read this chapter here that says leadership is not about the leader. It's basically about everything and everyone around you. You are the sun around which your universe circles and draws its energy and light. The sun doesn't control anything except by giving. And leadership is not about taking power and control. Anybody who thinks leadership is about power and control, once again, has missed the boat. In case if it was my boat, they'd be thanking me for that. No, it's about giving. And of course, the thing with power, have you noticed that when a leader gives you some power, they don't diminish their leadership? They are more empowered because they've got to have the power in order to give it. So in your roles as leaders of your business and leaders of people that you employ and subcontractors and people that you inspire and motivate, the more that you can give of your inspiration, the more you can give of your love and your support and your encouragement and your faith, the more you build these people up around you. And they will come to know that you are the source, you are the sun that illuminates and warms their life. So leadership is about giving, not taking. And the other thing is that leadership is not a destination. It's not a certificate or an MBA or a qualification. I suggest to you that leadership is a journey. And just as you can't cross the same river twice, Heraclitus, I think, said that, because the water is different, and when you come back, you're a different person. You're always crossing a new river. And it's the same with the leadership journey. You could go and do an MBA and do some of the courses and come back 3 years later, and you would see those same modules and course units in a completely different light because you're now different. So if you see leadership as your own personal journey, and that everything you encounter along the way is part of your learning process, there's no way that you can't not learn, then that journey will take you to being a great leader. If you're authentic in your approach, leadership will seek you out. It will find you. But of course, the best place for it to find you is when you undertake that journey. So when you're looking at how you're going to build your leadership culture in your businesses, I've got a theory for you that you might like to quickly commit to memory. I call it the unifying theory because it brings all of the other theories together. It's this simple. Leadership is neither born nor taught. It is circumstance calling forth a champion. When people talk about leadership, they say, oh, Sir Ernest Shackleton was a great natural leader. He was a born leader. Well, that's no good, because how are all the MBA schools going to make their money if you have to be born as a leader? Because they're in the business of teaching leadership. And when I was doing my doctoral studies, I thought, you know, all of the great leaders that we've ever heard about in history are all associated with a single pivotal moment in history. So hence what I say, leadership is circumstance calling forth a champion. So without World War II, Winston Churchill would have been another failed politician. And without World War I, Sir John Monash would have been just another competent bridge builder. But provide the circumstance and people step forward. And of course in your businesses, there are times of the day, every hour of every day, at every level of your business, where decisions need to be taken and people need to feel empowered that they are allowed to do it. And you as the business owners, the business leaders, the business entrepreneurs can build a highly effective business and unleash the total potential of all of your people by simply saying that leadership is circumstance calling forth a champion. And if you empower everybody in your organisation to make a difference, which might mean they make a couple of mistakes by which they will learn, then you will have one of the most high growth, fast growth, successful businesses where people will beat a path to your door just to work for you because you're that wonderful, gifted, loving person that gives them the opportunity, the reason for growth and the opportunity to become something within your organisation. Which means you can take a lot of load off your shoulders, you can let go and have faith. So, my journey into hell and back has taught me a lot, and I hope that what I've learnt has helped empower you. Thank you. Up, up, up! Thank you.
Earl, that was an amazing journey with you. Some might say quite mad is the only way to describe you, but it was incredible. So often I've interviewed people like you when you've come home from those expeditions and you've always needed to believe that you were running a well-oiled machine or ship. I'm learning quite the contrary. What a story. Dead ducks, bears, sociopaths, Force 15, hurricanes, and you survived it all. And I guess that was one of the most compelling things, that whatever happened, there was always, how bad it got when you thought perhaps it was the end of the road, there was always a solution to be found. A remarkable journey that I think will stay with many of you for some time to come. We're going to have a little break.